3, 2, 1.
What's up, family and friends? Sending love and blessings to each and every one. 6 degrees of C, as y'all know, is the blessings of my walk in the basketball world. And I get the Valley legends, Culpeper legends, sitting right here in the man cave with me today. And I can tell y'all, as I always do, I fight MS. And inside my fight is strength given to me. Assist, assist, assist. Assist, assist. And I fight on, and I thank y'all. So as we do this, we're going to speak our story. We got some things to say to y'all because it's a small world. It's a small world in the circle of basketball.
Real talk.
Yeah.
Like this legend, this legend, this legend. I mean,
That
buckets.
legend.
Yeah, this legend.
Yeah. But I just want to go and speak to the people in many different angles and let them know about the game of basketball and how the brotherhood and bond is built with love. Let's go, Valley. Let's go.
Hey, Valley boys are in the house with C. Russell. Hey, welcome, Valley Nation. Thanks for coming out. We got a show for you today. We're a guest on 6 Degrees of C, and we just go chop it up. And you know, all I want to know, man, you guys, Keith Jennings over here on my left, and C, you guys, man, you all were headaches to the Valley. I mean, really headaches, man. And before I go into that, I want to really quick know, how did you guys meet? Your first encounter? Because you all are up this way. You know, we really knew nothing about Northern Virginia and this area, but you guys knew each other. How did y'all meet?
Well, I mean, for me, on my side, my 9th grade year, playing varsity basketball, my Cougars team was playing against Warren County. And I didn't know much about Warren County. I was just happy we didn't have practice and I could come back and watch this game and support my boys. So I get to the gym and I'm shouting my boys out, let's go. And next thing you know, I look at the other end of the court and I see this little dude doing these fancy little layups and everything, right? And it's really got my attention because in 9th grade, I'm like one of the nicest in this area, and I'm seeing somebody that's doing something that I'm not doing yet, you know? So I'm kind of like piqued my interest, and lo and behold, he kills us. And so my senior year in the coach's office, he tells me we're playing Warren County. And I said, they used to have a point guard there. I saw him a few years ago. Is he still there? And he was like, Carol Russell, they call him C. I was like, yeah, that's him. He was like, yeah, he's still there. So little did C know, from me seeing him in the 9th grade, had me getting up at 6 a.m., jogging, coming back, making my 200 jump shots.
Wow.
Because I knew if our paths were going to cross again one day, I had to be ready. And I thought the element of surprise was he didn't know about me, but I knew about him.
Right.
And then, lo and behold, we split our senior year. We beat him at our place, and they beat him at his place. And
so when you say your place, that's where?
In Culpeper High School.
Keith Jennings, Culpeper High School. C. Russell, where'd you go, C?
Warren County, baby, 22630. Warren County High, front row.
Hey, go ahead.
There's 2 stories to that. He got his side of how he was coming from his angle of Culpeper, and I have mine. So we both play baseball. I'm on the bench. James Madison Hall of Famer Dana Allison I don't think Dana was pitching, but he was probably pitching. Mr. Jennings, or this guy I didn't know from Culpeper, is the leadoff hitter. Blow! Blast one left field. I'm on the bench now. He comes around third base. The coach says, "Good job, mister." I said, "That's him." And I knew Mister from the radio because he had killed our varsity in '85 in the regionals. Mr. Jennings. And I'm like, damn. After the game, we handshake, we dapped up, basically pointed at each other. And then my senior year, my Coach Moose, what's up, Coach Moose? He calls me over at the Little League field to tell me I'm about to play Keith Jennings this year. I said, yes. And God did, and it went from that to a brotherhood for life, man.
That's all right. So y'all pushed each other. Didn't know you were pushing each other.
What a nah.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't know he was pushing me.
And
Right.
He was.
I didn't know he knew about me.
Right.
At all until we got 30.
Yes.
I don't know when we really talked about that for real. We were older.
We were older, grown, yeah.
Yeah, well, not 30, but probably when he was in the league. But I didn't know.
Were y'all in the same district?
No.
Not in the same district? Okay.
Same region.
Yep.
Region.
Same
We
region.
was
Yeah,
all
because
region.
Okay.
everybody was in the same region.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know coming out through Lehigh, we had Waynesboro on the docket all the time, and playing against Kenny was the same way. You heard about Kenny.
Yeah.
You know, he
Shout
heard
out
about
Kenny,
me.
Reggie.
Yeah,
Reggie.
Reggie Harris.
Reggie. Whoa.
Yeah.
Stacey Jones was the point on that.
That's
team.
right.
Yeah.
They had a mob squad.
Yeah, they did.
So I'm going straight to this thing. All right, look.
Please.
We're in '87 at Culpeper High School.
Uh-oh.
Backdrop, all black folks. Robert E. Lee High School, predominantly white. Never been in an arena like this before ever. We walk into the arena, and it's just a culture change to the whole team. We in the locker room, all right? This is my locker room story. We in the locker room. The band or whatever y'all had playing, y'all out there rocking, man. I mean, you can hear it.
It's a jungle.
Yeah, we like, man, where are we? Man, we sitting in the locker room. I'm on one of these long benches, and my point guard, he come walking towards me. I see him coming. As he gets close to me, sit down beside me. He said, "Let me talk to you, Ty." I said, "What's going on, bro?" He said, "Look, first game was against these guys right here. No, we played y'all.
In regionals?
We played y'all first, Region 87.
Nah, we played Waynesboro, and then wait a minute.
Nah, y'all played.
87.
You
Yeah.
played us first.
Yeah.
We played
So,
Waynesboro.
right. So there's a cat on the team named Mr. Jennings. So we had heard about him. So Robbie comes down, he sits down beside me. He said, "Ty, let me talk to you." I said, "What's going on, man?" And in the background, you hear the fans. You know, they back there clapping it up. And we like, okay. He said, "Look, man, my dribbling is off tonight. And I need you to bring the ball up the court for me." Ain't no time to have a serious conversation. Minutes from tip off, and I get this news, right? So I'm like, okay. The whole night we battling, and this cat right here, I'm hitting buckets, he hitting buckets. I'm like, where'd he come from? Who is he? I ain't never really heard about him. Man, I'm bringing the ball up every play. And then handing it off to my point guard, and then go get in the offense. This is what we went through. Playing this guy, we finally, I don't know how we did it, but we won by what, 1, 2?
One
Two.
I was in the stand.
Yeah, we missed the layup.
Missed the layup,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So we on the bus, we driving home. We get down to our spot in Stanton, hanging out at Pizza Hut. You all are playing Waynesboro. The second game.
Yep.
So we on the radio. We like, all right, let's get ready for Kenny Brooks. Reggie Harris, you know, we done seen him twice during the year. We done seen him in the district. We go see him again. Man, we hear the news. Warren County takes out Waynesboro. We about had a fit. We said, what?
Boom!
Now we don't even know what to do.
Hey, that's crazy. Because my man Morris Carter hit the shot. I fouled out, right? Kenny probably put me out the game like Mr. did with the fouling and shit. But my man Morris Carter hit the shot, and y'all were gone, right? After y'all won. So we heard, it's crazy. We heard that y'all bounced because y'all knew Waynesboro was going to win, and y'all played a regional championship in the Valley. You had to come back to OP.
Had to come back,
and
man.
see us. And then, y'all got us, man. Me and Daryl Whitmore talk about this situation to this day because he never missed.
Nah.
He never missed. Okay. But Ty got the ball on the baseline. I don't know if you remember this against us. You got the ball. Daryl's doing what he does. You shoot the baseline. Jonah comes up short. Mitch gets the rebound and lays it at the buzzer.
At the buzzer. Yep.
Mitch Madden?
Mitch Madden.
Oh, he hit the game?
That's how we win region and win
Regional
state.
champions.
Yeah.
Because I missed that game. I saw the Culpeper game.
Oh, you saw the okay.
Yeah, I was in the stands.
So you knew the atmosphere.
Oh, for sure.
You knew that.
Yeah, because, I never wanted to go because of my
I know.
situation earlier in the year
I know.
with Coach. So,
You had a thing.
yeah.
We don't win states because of this guy.
Man, go.
Right here. I'm blaming this guy right here.
Talk to me. Oh, shit.
I had Coach and I had a couple little disagreements throughout the year. So I never make it because that's your senior year.
My senior.
Right.
So my junior year, which is how I ended up at Oak Hill.
Okay.
So I'm supposed to be on the court with you guys at the time.
Right.
So it just killed me to even watch them. So when y'all out there just going at it, I'm like, man, I'm sitting there. I was like, man, I'm not even going to the championship.
Right.
That's why I miss your game.
Okay.
But yeah, Ty, he always blames me for that shit.
Wow.
Now my
he's
turn.
still-
So more of a backdrop. So my sophomore year, we get matched up with Kevin Madden and Todd and Mitch.
85.
And they were like #1 in the state.
And we were number 23 in the country.
Right.
Yeah.
Kevin's going to
Madden.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
Coach Thornhill, shout out to Coach Thornhill. Kevin Madden's going to give us 25 and 12. Y'all got to box out and this and that. And y'all ended up beating us by, I think, 1 or 2. But the thing you didn't know, in our locker room, we were crying like babies in there. We was just like, we had them. We were supposed to beat them. Don't worry, we're going to get them next year. We're going to see them again. Lo and behold, we see them again next year.
Yeah, but Kevin gone.
And Kevin gone. So
Right.
we thinking, you know, this might be our chance. Is at home? Is at our place, like you said? And next thing you know, they beat us again. So then my senior year, we was like, okay, they're not going to beat us 3 times in a row. They beat us 3 times in a row.
Yeah,
40 points later, I believe. It was one of the
Yeah,
best
because you had
performances.
who had the 50?
No, I had 40. I thought you had 30 something.
No,
man.
I thought both of you guys had like, it was like 38, 42.
It was bucket for bucket.
Yeah, it was.
I'm like, man,
It was
okay, all right, I
crazy.
go
It
hit
was-
one, he go hit one.
Yes.
But he hit buckets like twirling and
Oh, yeah.
circus
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you know, he hitting buckets like this hard.
Oh, yeah, he was out there boogieing there.
Never
That's for
forget
sure.
it, man. It's one of some of the best memories, and I've never had a chance to talk to someone that's knocked me out 3 straight years. So
Yeah,
when this
that's real.
conversation was coming, I was like, man, that's a guy you got to give your flowers to.
No doubt.
You know, you
Respect,
guys up
man.
up in the valley, man. We didn't get to see y'all much unless it was the
Region.
playoffs, the region,
Right.
but we, you know, ear to the streets, man. We heard, we knew.
Yeah.
You know, people was going to D1 schools out of y'all's conference. And
Yeah,
doubt.
and
we,
I'm
you know.
being on Channel 3. Channel 3 was at my crib. I learned everything I could see from the valley, from Walker coming up from Central to Pee Wee. Pee Wee Barber's my favorite.
Pee Wee.
And I mean that from my heart. Pee Wee, thank you, man. From down 81,
Yeah.
you blessed me, family. And when Mr. leveled up to everything, you already there from down that land. I'm like, Mr. Rose, the Pee Wee life. Because
Right.
it was just levels, man. And Pee Wee was, I can't, y'all cuss me?
Yeah,
good, man.
You good.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So down Culpeper Middle School, Pee Wee against Billy King, Parkview.
Yep.
I remember Pee Wee walking out the locker room saying, "Fuck Billy King," and from that second forward,
That sounded about right.
I
Pee
never
Wee.
forget it coming out because their gym was huge, man. I mean, it was a coliseum to me. 2 different levels, packed.
Yep. Packed too.
Another story about that night, and this is the night I just saw you at the Wizards game. Ralph was down there.
Same time.
So I had hated Ralph since that game in '85 because he wouldn't give me his autograph. I got his dad's autograph. Everybody knows. So it's out there again, family, because y'all know. I got to say what's up to Ralph last year, and I said it in a joking way because it's humble. But I mean, I learned that if you'd have signed mine, all of Culpeper Gym would have been there. And Othell Wilson, actually, he's my big brother. What's up, O?
Yeah.
He told me, when I said the fuck you day, that if Ralph would have signed yours, he would have. And I said respect.
Othell Manassas, right?
He's Woodbridge.
Woodbridge, gotcha.
Garfield.
Okay.
Yeah. But he's my big brother, man. Like he said here with us all at the same time. You can't make the things up. The blessings of Othell. I wanted to be Othell. Until Ralph didn't sign my autograph. Then I was already Georgetown.
That thing's sticking with you.
You damn right. Everybody knows.
Come on, Ralph, man.
Yeah.
Come on, Ralph. Come on, big fella.
Hey, man. But
Big stick.
on the real, Daryl Whitmore, my best friend, when he got to the league, when he went to the pros, when he played football in West Virginia, and they were going, and kids were coming for his autograph. If he was on this, I said, "Nah, Whit, you gotta sign. You gotta sign." When he got to the pros, Whit, then I understood.
Now, he went pro baseball.
Baseball.
Okay.
But up WVU, he played free safety.
Okay.
He's that dude right there playing free with Major Harrison them for the national championship. Then he got drafted to the Cleveland Indians.
Wow.
Yeah, Will was a beast, man, on that court, man.
Yeah, man. So the Valley's heavy, man. But back to basketball. Tell me something about you, Todd Vincent.
Yeah, in '87 I leave Robert E. Lee, and oh gosh, academically I couldn't go D1, so I'm scrambling to try to find a school to go to, and my coach I guess sends your old VHS tape out to Indiana to Vincennes University. They see the tape, and they sign me on the tape. hadn't been out there, hadn't done anything. I just needed somewhere to go immediately.
Right.
So after I signed, then they came out and watched the All-Star game, the VHSL All-Star game in Liberty.
MVP.
That's the first time they saw me live.
Ooh.
And I had already signed. So you gonna get a dud or
Right.
something, you know,
Yeah.
you don't know, but it's coming. So then I took a visit. So I did everything backwards. But when I got to Vincennes, I get out there, man, and it's like walking into a combine with all D1 players. Mr. Basketball from Michigan, from Massachusetts, from Kentucky. They were all on this team, and it was 8 freshmen. We walk in, and we get to a classroom. And as we're all sitting down, I walk in kind of last. I had some nerdy glasses on, and I walk in, and everybody kind of looking at me, 6'9", 6'10", you know, nice sack point guard. They looking all nice. And I walk in, man, and they just looking at me like I'm just Steve Urkel, right? So that evening, we on the court. We get to the gym, we all playing for the first time. Loose ball come at half court, I pick it up, and I'm down the right side, and their big man named Tex, big white boy, 6'9", 6'10". He's backpedaling, he turning, he running, and I go up and bam, and jump and dunk on him, right?
Yes.
From that moment on,
Yes.
them dudes, man, gave me mad respect.
That's
That's
all it
my
takes.
enter
Yeah.
into Vincennes University.
Wow.
Right there.
So for me and my walk, Vincennes was, I know you were there.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know anything about I knew Hagerstown and everything, but as
Right.
far as people I cared about being in the junior college life, I never knew how it went for you, and I always wondered. You went there, you did your work there,
2
you
years.
got back to Madison.
And came back to JMU. I mean, when I transferred from Vincennes to JMU, JMU was also a last minute decision for me. And I say this because my parents, they were clueless when it came to recruiting.
Okay.
All right, they didn't know the
okay.
ins and the outs,
Right.
so
Yeah.
I was basically doing things myself. Coach Hatcher, he was there, but he wasn't really giving me, you know, he gave me some letters in my senior year, but I knew none of this. Man, he gave me a box of letters, I still got today. I got a tub of letters that he dropped on me in my senior year, and I don't know any of these schools are chasing me. So now when I get to Vincennes, I'm back into the same recruiting. I'm visiting colleges on my own. I'm trying to do this thing on my own. My parents don't really, they care, but they're like, you make the right decision. And at the last minute, here come Lefty and Chuck. Chuck Giselle walks into the
Chuck.
gymnasium,
Coach.
and we're playing in the region out there against Mott Junior College, and we win and go to the Nationals, and he sees this game, and he's like, look, man, come on back, we need you. So I don't meet Lefty yet, I just met Chuck. So I'm like,
Chuck's
all right,
cool.
go back
Shout out
home,
to
let me
Chuck.
get home to where my parents can see me play, and that's how I got to JMU. I mean, it wasn't really a thought out decision. Now, I asked my man over here if he would do it again, do it the same that you did before again. As y'all look back, 2020 hindsight, I went to Virginia Tech out of high school. That would have been my spot right there. That's it.
So wait, so JMU, were you there in 91? Did you finish?
89 to 91.
89 to 91.
Paul Carter.
Because I think
Yeah,
we played
PC.
them.
Yeah, PC.
We
yeah.
played them in 91.
Yeah.
91. Now I wasn't on that team.
Okay.
Yeah, I was still in school.
Thought I was gonna get a victory over here at some point.
And I knew you were coming. I jumped.
You did. I was searching.
So you were at East Tennessee, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So y'all played JMU when? In
91, yeah, we
In
went
a
up there.
tournament?
Was Fest there?
Lefty, Steve Hood. I want to say
Fest
Hood.
Irving.
Fest Irving?
Yeah,
Billy Cole.
We beat them up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Michael
a tough
Tate.
game. It was a tough
Yeah,
game.
Michael Tate.
played
Yeah.
at Georgetown.
Yeah, man, he
Troy
gonna be here
Boston.
one day.
Troy.
Yeah.
Troy there.
Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny was still
Michael
there.
Vincent, my
Yeah,
fault,
Kenny
man.
was still there.
Michael Vincent, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh man, if I, good gosh.
Wow.
You
That
still
close, right?
look,
I was like, wait a minute, was he there? 91? I can finally say I got one. Nope.
Yeah, that was my
Yeah.
JMU trip, man. And then you end up where you end up, man.
But you
know?
had options though.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
had plenty of options. Wake Forest. And,
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, we went on the wake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we went to Wake on a visit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want me to tell that?
You tell it.
We not gonna tell it all, but
Winston.
I come home. I'm a
Got some
senior.
partners in Winston.
Right, yeah.
People out there.
I'm a senior at Oak Hill, and I'm home for the summer. He says, "Come on, D. I got a recruiting visit. Richmond and Wake Forest." I said, "Well, how we getting there?" He said, "I'm driving."
It was Tech first. Tech.
We didn't go to. I didn't go to Tech.
Okay,
I
somebody
don't-
went there. Okay.
Maybe
So you were Wake Forest,
Melbourne.
Richmond.
Wake Forest, Richmond, and I don't know which. I think we hit Wake first and Richmond on the way back.
Yep.
But he drove in his car, went down unfit. So they was on the cat hard. What was the big boy? Malcolm Mackey. Wasn't he in the gym?
Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Or Brian Figgins. It was one of them cats who actually ended up signing with NC State. but they were there at the same tryout, or it really wasn't a tryout, but I remember you killing them cats in the gym that day. Cause,
That's nice, man.
Yeah, man.
That's nice.
I remember you killing them cats. The kid, the coach with the basking,
Wainwright.
Remember Jerry Wainwright? Did you ever go to 5-star?
Nah.
Neither one of you guys never went to 5-star?
Hold on.
Yeah, we went on. It's levels. Wait, back to my
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah, man, yeah,
Hey, on my
yeah.
podcast, I said
Yeah.
it's levels to the game.
Never made it
It's
there.
levels to the game.
I'm surprised you never went.
No.
So you didn't know about it, or
We went on
Oh,
that
right,
level.
yeah,
I
I
wasn't
knew
on that
about
level.
5-star.
Yeah.
I knew about it. What, in Pennsylvania or?
Well,
That's
all
Metro.
from Radford,
Metro
Pit 1, Pit
Yeah.
2?
In that.
Never-
I mean,
never-
no one ever said, man, you.
No.
Damn, that's
I only
crazy.
came-
I
I
left
went to-
Giselle. I went to Maryland's camp. That's the greatest thing ever. Lenny.
I went to
Bias,
Virginia Tech's
85
camp
and
as a
86,
sophomore
Keith
and
Gatlin.
UVA as a senior, but no.
That's crazy how
exposure camp.
nice those kids were.
this cat is first team All State, UVA. I mean, in Virginia.
Right.
Ain't that- yeah, let's get
and
to that.
does not get the All Star nod in Virginia at the All Star game.
How's that?
Oh,
2 years.
man.
2 years. All
Hey,
State.
Cameron, somebody who's saying this,
2 years.
who
Crazy.
knows how the hell did he not make the state? I made it. I shouldn't have made it. He should have made it.
That was
No
crazy.
bullshit, man. These is 2-time first team All States in the class of '87. B Stiff All State, much
Yeah,
love.
yeah,
But
Yeah.
Terry Kirby.
Terry,
Yeah.
He was on the team.
Yeah. T.
yeah,
Kirby.
Terry Kirby,
yeah.
legendary
Wow.
athlete across the
So Keith, myself, Brian Stiff, Terry Kirby, and Ron Reeves.
yeah, Ronnie Reed, Tennessee.
Franklin.
Ronnie.
That was the 5 that year.
Yeah.
I would have lost a bet on that. I could have swore you were first. I mean, Virginia High School All-Star team.
Yeah.
Ain't no way he shouldn't have been. There's an answer.
And
out
Kenny,
there.
been there.
Kenny didn't make it.
Kenny
did he?
did. That's how we
Kenny
made our
Brooks made it too?
Yeah.
Reggie made it too, but Reggie Harris made it in baseball.
Durham
Yeah,
made it in
okay.
baseball.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I often wondered, but you
We
know.
don't have an answer, but we
Sometimes
talked about it. I like to know how my name came. Coach Burke, Brunswick, much love and much respect.
Yeah,
you
Coach
know.
Burke.
But it should have been Mr. Not Me. That's just real shit.
Right,
I'm just
right.
saying. There ain't no way.
So the two
First
pros
team.
that year were B. Stiff and
When B Stiff wasn't
and
our
Mr.
class.
Yeah,
He was all state though.
yeah, and
Yeah.
Mr. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then Terry Kirby.
football.
Yeah.
Football.
Yeah. So that team
Shortstop,
had 3
baseball.
professional
Yeah.
players.
He was
That's-
baseball too.
Yeah.
That's
3
a-
professional players.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So
87
Terry was
was
in y'all's. Did y'all get the?
Hey, Terry 88.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
So how did those match?
I thought Terry was 88 with me.
No.
He's a sophomore.
He was a sophomore on the All-State team.
No, but he graduates 88, right?
No. He would have came out 89.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, 89. So, all right.
So how did those matchups go with y'all and him? I mean,
We didn't see Tab, did we?
Yeah, we
we
did.
we saw him in there. Well, I saw him in AAU.
Yeah.
Mm.
We ran across him in the state
Yeah.
tournament.
Okay.
First game.
Yeah.
So all we heard was Terry Kirby, everything.
Mm.
And they had this ugly orange on.
Mm-hmm.
Orange
With
and white.
Tab.
Tab on it, yep. And dark skinned brother. And we were in U-Haul, the old arena on
Yeah.
UVA campus.
Yeah.
And we play Tab first game. And you have to play 3. So we get the Tab, man, and they come out. So years later, I found next year later, I found out that I went down to Tidewater and played in the Boo Williams
Yeah.
All-Star
Yeah,
team.
see that right there.
And Terry Kirby, Marcus Elam, Bryant, Alonzo Morning.
Yep.
I mean, we had a mob.
Mhm.
So my dad and I drove down. We get to the gym late. They're warming up. I walk in, I'm lacing them up, and I jump up and I get into the layup line. And when I get to the layup line, I hear Marcus Elam tell Kirby, "Ain't that the dude that gave you 20?" Man, this dude hated me from day one, right? So we beat them by 20 in the first round of the state. I see Terry Kirby, "What's up, baby? Miami, I know you still down there with Alonzo." I get to UVA. I'm at JMU. I get to UVA, and we at the club.
Yeah.
You know, the club off 29.
Yeah.
And we up in there getting it, and
Oh.
here come Kirby. I said, "Go my man." That's what I'm thinking. Go my man. We passing each other. "What's up, man?" He just looking at me and keep moving. I said, "Dude, either he don't know me
Right.
or he mad at
Still
me."
salty.
Right.
Either one.
So 2
I'm not
years
salty.
ago,
I'm not
Nah,
salty.
yeah,
I
salty.
respect it.
Yeah.
2 years ago, I call him and reach out. I get his number.
Oh, word.
Or he on Facebook. I get his number. We exchange information. He said, "Give me a call." 2 years ago now, 87 to 2021. I give him a call. Man, he cussed me out. I can't stand you. Man, you did this, you did that, man. I didn't want to ever talk to you back then. I said, oh, that's what that was all about, right?
Add another one to the club.
Man.
Hey, wow.
Yeah,
See,
man.
man,
Yeah.
you-
Stuff run deep sometimes, you know?
But
I hate
that's
losses.
competitors.
Yeah.
If you don't like losing,
That's
then
true. Fuck
it's
losing.
gonna bother you. You know what I'm saying? And
That's true.
I grew up with an older brother that beat me all the time, so I definitely, by the time I really could understand, there's going to be a winner and a loser.
Right.
So how you accept losing will determine your future a lot of times. So
Right.
I went from not shaking nobody's hand to started gradually learning to give people some dap. You know what I'm saying? It was tough, but yeah, that loss, man. I think if you think about your career, a lot of times those losses
That's all I
probably
remember.
come up faster than
That's all I remember.
the great accolades. I think.
Well, it almost
It
would
does
have
for
to
me.
because that cat went on to play pro football.
Right, yeah.
Oh,
Dolphins,
yeah.
I believe Broncos. I mean, he made a career
Right.
out of the game, and he was a 3-state all
Yes.
in Virginia,
Baseball,
Yes.
football,
Hey,
and
basketball.
man.
yeah.
And that's
So
my best dude. Draw was all-state football, basketball, and baseball.
Wow.
And to this minute, maybe yesterday, he brought up the rebound. Well, y'all got to
with
win
Mitch
with it.
putting it
Just
in.
yesterday.
Mitch, man, thank you, baby.
Yeah, you know, Mitch live up here. Mitch live in.
I
he
played
live in
against
Fairfax.
him back when I was hooping in
Okay.
down Ashburn.
Mhm.
He probably didn't remember me, but I knew who he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's three of y'all, right? Brothers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ken
Ken and Kurt
and Kurt.
out in
Okay.
California.
Yeah,
Cali now.
So Ray hangs with his Ken
Older
is
brother,
Ken older
is
than
my
you.
older brother.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, out in Cali.
Yeah, out in
Yeah.
Cali.
All right.
Small world, right?
Yeah, Ray Smith.
Ray,
Yes,
Russ, what up?
Yeah.
Yes,
Hey,
indeed.
You just made me think about losing, and my little brother. I never give him a shout on the podcast. Little bro, I love you, bad.
Come on,
And
man.
I didn't let you win on purpose. And you Reggie Miller, me as you used to call yourself back in the day, man. I give it this Reggie Miller today,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. My shout out gonna be to my brother Terry, man.
Oh, no doubt.
Man, he's 6 years older, never let me win. I
That
remember we're
explains-
at the corner court, man, and he's probably 18, I'm 12, and he giving it to me, but I'm working. Man, this one game, man, I'm like 2 points from winning. I missed something, man. He get the rebound and he knock a jumper in. I take off crying from the court. I ran all the way home. All right,
Wow.
crying. "Ah!" He behind me. Todd, he chasing me. I bust through the door. What's wrong with you, boy? He won't let me win. By the time he hit the door, my mom on him. Boy, you better let that boy win. And he said, never will I.
Never will
Like
I.
my mom and my brother. I
Yeah.
exactly what
Mom.
you said.
I come back from Vincennes my first year. I'm 18, 19. Him and I meet and we play down at the old gymnasium. And I give it to him. And from that moment forward, he never played me again. Never.
Did Terry get a chance to play in the state? Did they?
Tournament?
Yeah.
No, they went to the regions.
Oh, yeah,
And see,
brother.
back
They played
then,
Godwin
yeah.
at JMU.
Still
Even
has
when
the
y'all
JMU,
played,
though.
it was only one team.
Yeah.
One team
One
go.
team, one team.
That was it. Now,
It seemed like they
now-
alternated years. It seemed like sometimes the regional champion went, and then sometimes the regional champion and the runner-up
That
went
was our
back.
senior year when that started. Cause we
Okay,
lost
I
and
can read-
still-
okay.
Senior year,
Okay.
right? They
Yeah,
took
we
two.
lost to them
Yeah.
and still made it to
Yeah.
B-Stiff and them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now it's like 4.
That's crazy.
I know,
man.
right?
Like
Oh,
4
I don't
or 5.
understand anything anymore.
Yeah, it's crazy now.
Hey, D, how did you get to Oak Hill, man?
Ooh, wow.
I had to
good
hear-
question.
I needed this. Good
Yeah,
question.
man. So
It's amazing.
I make sophomore I make varsity as a sophomore.
Mhm.
Todd's on that team. And I get kicked off that first year for academic reasons, right? He said, don't worry about it. Get your grades up, get your attitude right. Come back. I'm sure you'll make the team again next year. Cool, no worries. Do everything I'm supposed to do.
Mhm.
Nope. Junior year, make it. Now, this is the team that Todd senior year. Now, Todd, up until this point, has lost 2 state championships in a row. So now my junior year, yeah. So now he's
On
going,
last second bucket.
He got on last second shots, right?
We was talking about that.
Yeah, on
okay,
last second
yeah,
shot.
yeah.
So this is his third year, senior year, for him to finally get a ring because he wasn't on that state title team that Kevin won.
84.
Kevin lost his senior year. So now I'm coming. We make the team. We really got a pretty good team. I'm coming along.
Always was tough.
Yeah. Before the first game?
It was. Yep.
Coach has
You
a
remember like
Mhm.
that.
the practice before the first game. Coach Hatcher says, all right, look, you guys need to go home, get some rest. I don't want to hear about anything over this weekend, blah, blah, blah. True to form, I go to a little club, Eli's. You understand? Kid from Fort Defiance, he's on the team down there at Fort, and he pops off, so crack. I'm like, wow, all right. Don't think anything of it. I come back to practice or shoot around that before the first game.
Like Saturday or something.
Saturday, exactly. And Coach Hatcher, I'll never forget it. He put us around. He said, I thought I was real clear about nobody going out and getting in any trouble. And I'm like, fuck, I know he's talking about me. How did he find out? Right? How did he find out? So it wasn't some years later, I figured out how he found out. But in front of everybody, he was like, man, look, this is it. You're done. And go get yourself out the locker. I run into Todd follows me in the locker room. I'm hot. This, whatever. He was like, man, it's going to be okay. Wow. I literally leave the school that day, and I never return. I drop out of high school. Wow. I drop out. And I'm watching these cats. I'm watching them do their run. The whole third year in a row, Todd lose on the last second shot.
That's it. Brian Stipp.
B-Stipp didn't hit the shot, though.
No, his cousin. I think his cousin.
Yeah, his cousin. Todd,
yeah.
I never seen him do this before. I hate to bring this up because I know it's throwing salt in the wound. Todd's dribbling the ball, but he don't have a secondary ball handler out there to help him. I'm gone. He's shooting this about 10 seconds left on the clock. His famous corner jumper.
Yes.
Boom. And it hits the side of the backboard.
Oh, man.
They get the rebound. They do the little Chris Webber walk, two-step, put it down. Throws the ball over the half court to the center. This dude probably had 4 points the whole year. And he throws it up.
About 40 feet.
What?
Oh, and the joint goes in.
He just came across half court.
Now, keep in mind, this is the third year in a row he's lost the state championship game in a similar fashion.
I ain't lying.
So he's on the court with the trophy in his hand. Remember that picture?
Holding it in the picture,
He's holding the second place trophy in his hand.
And he won it.
And he ain't even won it, right? So now, so fast forward, that summer, I'm not doing anything. My aunt from Philly sends me a packet in the mail about a guy named Brian Short. Y'all remember Brian Short? Played that pick. Yeah. She sends me the packet in the mail. This is the year that Oak Hill is on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Okay.
Brian Stiff, Sean Green that went to NC State, Iona, Sanford Jenkins, Fordham University, Mike Rogers, Fairfield. I mean, they had a mob. Larry McCollum. They went up to Coppin State. Anyway, look at it. I'm like, man, this seems pretty cool. I know it was up in the mountains. Ain't but so much trouble you can get into down there. I call. Long story short, I call, get a tryout. Go down to Oak Hill. When I walk into Oak Hill, it's all those guys that I had just seen on the cover of Sports Illustrated, right?
Damn.
I'm telling you, the only.
At this point, what's your size?
Oh God, man! At this point, I might be 6 feet, maybe 6'1", but I'm real thin. I'm real thin. And the only people in the gym, the only people I've literally ever played against with the type of talent that I seen in that gym was Todd, Kevin, Kenny, just other guys throughout the area. But everybody is in the gym on the same team. And I'm like, man, I don't know. This ain't looking good for the home. This ain't looking good.
Gonna take a minute.
In a minute. So, hey, true to form, I come down first couple possessions just to get an open shot. So, I settle in, start knocking some shots down. I'm like, okay, I feel a little good. I was like, all right, I can play with these guys. So, anyway, after the day, but let me tell you this. I get down there just before we even start playing. So, white guy in the gym, his name is Rhett McBride. I'm sitting there throwing my shoes, getting my laces on, looking. Rhett McBride, white dude, about 6'5". He gets up. He's sitting beside me. He gets up, takes a ball, throws the ball up. Just no warm up, no nothing. Throws the ball up from the bench, jumps up, finds the ball in the air, 360. Boom!
Yeah.
I said, okay. Yeah, I was like, yeah, this ain't gonna be good. But
Damn.
now he's there trying out with me.
Oh, word.
He's there. He's up from Georgia trying out with me.
Wow.
So anyway, long story short,
Man.
after the end of the day, coach called. He calls me and my mom in the office. He said, look, we're going to invite him to come back. Can't give you a full. We'll give you a half. Had to come up with six G's. Now back in 88, 87, 88, 87, 6 G's. Yeah, but mom knew came up with it. So boom, I got to go. And he said, there's 2 conditions. You got to repeat your junior year and you got to come to summer school. So I leave Oak Hill that day, go back, pack my stuff, and literally leave and go back to summer school the next day. I was at Oak Hill. I come home for 1 week before the school year starts in Oak Hill, and I've grown from 6'1" to 6'4".
Wow.
And then put on about 10 pounds, maybe. I came home wrecking shop.
I bet you.
So, and
I'm mad at it.
hot. So yeah, came home, end up making defensive player of the year 2 years in a row, the whole 9. Yeah. And then end up going to a JUCO circuit because of grades, of course. Didn't hit my SAT, and I swear up and down, I truly believe, no offense to Vincent or anywhere else, but that Texas JUCO circuit is
Oh, it's tight.
It's
San Jacinto?
San Jacinto, Midland, Odessa, Kilgore, Collin County, the whole 9. I actually went up to Hagerstown, and Dexter Boney was up there. Y'all remember Dexter Boney?
Right.
Dex, yeah. So that's
I
why.
got Dexter on a video over here. And my roommate played in the CBA All-Star game, and he was getting buckets with
Okay,
Dexter was real.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
getting buckets,
That's
yeah.
why I didn't go to. Hey, I was like, man, I ain't playing behind nobody. You know what I mean? If I'm going to JUCO, I'm not going to want to play behind anybody. And they had another kid up there, so that's why I ended up going. I ended up in Texas, out at Collin County.
So who did y'all play that year? What was like the best team your last year?
At Oak Hill?
Yeah, that you played against.
Ooh, God, man, shoot, James Moses squad from Iowa. I mean, we beat
James Moses.
with the Iowa.
Yeah, okay.
They had a nice little mob. We beat Donald Hodge and them from Cooler. Man, we beat the brakes off them. Richie Farm and them from Kentucky.
Yeah.
Blew them out. We lost to Donnie Seal. Y'all remember Donnie Seal went to NC State from Eaton, North Carolina, and that atmosphere was the same when y'all played Long Island Lutheran.
Oh.
Yeah, it was the same type of atmosphere, but we ended up losing to them, and then we lost 2 games that year. One to Donnie Seal, they came to our spot, we smacked them, and then we had to play Patrick Henry, Roanoke, George Lynch, Curtis Blair, Percy Covington. Percy, yeah, point. Shout out Percy. Exactly.
Yeah.
So we go play them cats. We number, we
Mm.
number 4 or 5 in the nation at the time. They number 16, and we go to their spot, and
Heard about that upset.
man, man, we was in there wrecking. They had a
That's
mob.
when G Lynch was already. Was he going to North Carolina before then?
He had He
After
was
that,
he was being highly recruited.
right.
So he was at Patrick Henry with Curtis and Percy.
Right.
Curtis goes to Richmond.
Right.
Percy VMI.
Right.
George leaves and comes to Flint Hill. We play them
Right.
again.
Right, that's right.
We play them my senior year. Me and George seniors. Now we play them in Hawaii. They beat us on the last second shot. George Lynch, Serge Wicker, Randolph Childers, Mark Ward or A.D. Ward? One of them boys from Roanoke. Mark and A.D. Ward. One of them was on the team. They beat us on the last second shot in Hawaii. So yeah, we played. We played everybody, but
every game, man.
every game.
But
But
you got to think, us country guys, we often see that. And be like, wow, I wonder what it would be like to be on the court with these type of players.
Yeah.
But I don't think
Levels.
people realize how high school basketball is so important in certain regions and certain counties. You know what I'm saying?
true.
It's like
Yeah.
some people's highest level. You know what I'm saying? High school basketball is what's going to make you possibly legendary because they watch you grow up in this hometown and winning cures everything. So if you're winning, you're going to get people to come support you.
Absolutely.
And then,
That's right,
that's just
right.
a beautiful thing to know that the town got love for you.
Yeah.
How much support did you guys have up here?
Man.
Oh,
From
great.
the community?
I felt like our road games, we had a good following. You know what I'm saying? At home, it was definitely live. You know what I'm saying?
He traveled.
Yeah, and then on the road, it was a good amount of getting on the referees.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We can't do it, but the fans,
fans,
my
they
dad,
down there. That jungle.
dad was
Hey,
ruthless
man.
out there. My uncle, rest in peace, them dudes, y'all. It got so bad. I remember my sophomore year. You know, of course, you know, if you're the main player, you know, the coach gives you the green light, so you can shoot it anytime you want. When you got your family in the stands yelling, as soon as you come across half court, shoot it! Shoot it! Let it go! Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It got to the point I was like, if y'all gonna be yelling at me, I don't think I need y'all to come to the game. I can't concentrate. And they was both like looking at me like,
Yeah.
all right, man. Then I became first team All-State my junior year because they chilled out a little bit. But yeah, the home family and fans in Culpeper was, you know, I hope to get that back there one day.
Word. And being from me. Go ahead.
Look, I know Todd keeps saying up here with y'all guys. Do y'all, Warren and Culpeper, do y'all consider yourselves Northern Virginia or?
No.
Oh, okay.
I would say
mean,
I would say Northern Virginia, but not I wouldn't say the DC area,
we don't
the
get
DMV.
the
you know what I'm saying?
DMV. We country, man. They
Yeah.
It's like DC sees Alexandria. They, you know, the Virginia DC line. Well, Prince William line, the Culpeper South line. We country to these people up here. Even Manassas.
Right.
For the people up here.
We used to play Osborne. They be banging go-go in the stands, calling us country bumpkins here in Manassas.
Wow.
At Osborne, man. But my crib, we had a whole community of support, man. We had the whole time when we went to States, man, they took buses, shut down school. Hey, students, salute to y'all, got a free day of school, didn't come to States. But they got, got a free day off in school, but Front Row was supportive, and my mom and my dad was always there, my brother always there, man, and then the family was extended. It was just love, man. My uncle's the go to my town, man. He's the Thousand Point, Mike Love, he's the go to my high school, man, to this day, man. He went to Randolph-Macon and played for coach at VCU, Paul Webb.
So how was it for y'all at home? I mean, y'all had I remember when we played there sophomore in that regional game, it was packed.
That was where? Was that
at y'all's place?
Y'all came Spotswood.
Oh, Spotswood. Right, yeah,
that's where it was.
Spotswood. Yeah,
Spotswood.
that's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had a great.
How far was y'all from Spotswood though? That's
30 minutes.
30
okay.
minutes. Yeah, it was up the road.
That's why I thought it was a home game.
Yeah, it might as well have been. Y'all came down there. You know, we were in our backyard because we played Spotswood in the regular season, so we played in the gym. We played the district tournament in Spotswood Gymnasium, and then that year we played the region tournament in Spotswood Gymnasium.
Dang.
So we've had probably 10 games before seeing y'all, you know, in that gym. So it was pretty much a home game.
Wow.
Pretty much home, but we had a lot of love that followed us, man.
Right.
I mean,
I can imagine.
my mom and dad, they come up definitely religiously. They could never sit beside each other because my mom was yelling at everybody. When I was your JV team, my mom would yell at me. My first year on JV, I'm 8th grade. My mom yelling at the coach. Coach, from behind him now, game going on. I'm on the bench, first time. Coach, put my son in. Then she say, I paid too much for them shoes. Ever since then, my dad said, I ain't seen you no more. And they never sat together.
Oh, wow. That's hilarious.
But that was my mom. She taught first grade and she knew all the students.
I love y'all's relationship, man.
Oh, man.
To the moms,
That's it, man.
Yeah, the moms,
The
man.
moms, boy.
Shout out.
I'm telling you, the bond, the brotherhood right here.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
deep,
yeah.
man.
When he got kicked off the team, man, I felt that.
Yeah.
I felt that. You know what I'm saying? I left
getting it right
practice
now.
and came into the locker room, and I was like, look, man, I know,
Right.
but don't worry about this, man. This could work, man. And who do you say to somebody? He tells me, he said, man, my dream was to just play with you one year. And he was there.
That was it.
You know, so I know it hurt him just as much as it hurt me.
That's what made me say it again. That's real. I love it, man.
So real quick story. 2018. Get a divorce. Sell the house. I'm moving to a hotel for 6 months. I'm in a hotel looking for a place to stay. I have a problem finding some place to stay. And my man, he check on me every week. And he calls one time. He says, yo, you found a spot yet? I said, nah, man, not yet. He said, hold on, I'll call you back. Let me make a call. I'm in the room, hotel room, and waiting to go to work that night. He called back. He said, look, go to this address. He's in Northern Virginia. I'm at home in Stanton. He said, go to this address. Somebody go meet you. So I pull into 10 miles away in Storage Drive. I pull into the driveway. There's a car there. We pull in. I follow him to the house, and it's a huge house in the country, mountain as your backdrop, sheep, cows in the field. It's beautiful, right? It's laid back. Nearest neighbor, I couldn't throw 2 rocks to hit my nearest neighbor. So we sit down, talk to the lady. She slides the key over, and she says, yours, you want it. I'm like, bet. I move in, throw all my clothes in. A couple days later, man, I said, D, man, appreciate it. I said, why'd you do that? He said, the reason that I did that, Ty, was because back in '87 when I got kicked off the team, you came into the locker room and you consoled me, you checked on me. He had never forgot that.
Sure.
So here's the biggest part of this story. This is the biggest part of this story. D got so much love for him, and I got so much love for him. For me, and I got love for him. His son, D, wore number 20, which I wore, playing ball in his career, Oak Hill, on the semi-pro league out in Texas. He's wearing number 20 in honor of me. And I don't know this, but we talk and we find this out.
Wow.
Now, he got a kid, and he tell his kid, hey, throw this jersey on, number 20. Wow. Why I'm wearing number 20, Dad? Why he wearing number 20? That's love right there,
Wow,
man. That's love, man.
Y'all see what I'm saying? The bond of basketball.
Yeah.
Man,
And the crazy thing,
bigger than the game.
how everything, like how y'all feel about each other. Like, C and I didn't know each other like that in high school, but we became tighter by hooping together in the summers and everything. I went through kind of the same thing, went through my divorce. And my daughter was living in this area, and C opened up his home to me. He was like, yo, instead of you having to travel back and forth, come hang out with me. You'll be able to see your daughter. This was probably like...
After college?
Yeah, after college.
After pro
too. Yep.
Look, listen, Keith Jennings played NBA basketball. How many years?
4.
4 years for Golden State.
3 with Golden State, 1 with Denver, and then 10 all throughout Europe, Spain and France.
Professional basketball player from Virginia, and he home... And now his boy
He's here.
brings him in.
Damn
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, you can't speak in for me. I was never without sneaks. When Mister was in the league, I had the baddest sneaks every summer. I got gear. I could pull a Denver sweatshirt out of that room back there. Why would I have that? Him.
That's right.
You know, and that's Golden State back there. Him.
That's right.
He gave, man, you can't explain the blessing, man. Like right now, man, he's there. Without... it's when you ain't gotta talk.
That's
You
right.
just-
There you go.
You ain't gotta say no words.
There you go.
Yeah.
Keith, was Blue Edwards with you? Or no?
I played against him. He was at Utah.
No, I thought he was at East Carolina.
East Tennessee. Nah,
He
wasn't
East.
Yeah. I
He's
think he was
East Carolina.
Yeah.
You were
East Tennessee. Yeah.
Got it. Got it.
You talking about light skin?
Yeah, Big Blue. Yeah.
Yeah. He
Okay.
has crazy house, man.
Yeah,
He was
y'all-
one
y'all
of the
played
first
Blue, didn't
dudes.
Yeah.
When I played with the Warriors, and you know, you in all your rookie year before I blew my knee out, right? I remember we had played Milwaukee. I think he was with Milwaukee at the time, and he got a breakaway. And I played with Calvin Talford. I don't know if that name
Absolutely.
Shout out to
Good
CP, man.
God.
But that dude, I saw him for those 4 years, 3 of his 4 years at East Tennessee, and it wasn't an alley-oop I threw too high for that dude. He went up, he could high jump 7 feet.
Yep.
So he go and get it. So I'm watching, I'm always thinking, I'm not impressed. You don't impress me. I seen this dude do it. And I remember Blue had a breakaway and he just took off and just did a windmill off the one in the game. And I immediately like, I don't think I saw Calvin do that one right there. Great.
Yeah, that dude could hop. Calvin could hop.
For real, but yeah, Blue, yeah.
So you blew your knee your
Rookie year,
and then came back.
And then came back, and then my last year with Denver, I blew it in the preseason. This one, I blew. I just dropped 22 career high on Miami, and we went to Orlando the next night to play Shaq and Penny, and I had 14 going into the fourth quarter. I was just starting to be the sixth man, get a good rhythm, and I blew my knee out. Had to sit out the rest of that year. Go through that why me stage. God,
Yeah.
But God ain't gonna put you through nothing you can't handle.
That's right.
And I came back that next year, and we made the playoffs. That's when C-Webb, shout out to C-Webb, Spree, Billy O, Timmy, Mully, all those guys. Right. Even though Barkley gave us 56, that was that game. Y'all probably saw that. I got some clock that game, but that was a tough one. And then that next year, it was a lockout, so I went to Spain for a hot second, got back with the Denver Nuggets, and blew my knee out in the second preseason game.
So injuries, that's what just really.
Had you had injuries in high school?
Nope. Back
College?
spasms, maybe, but college, nope.
Wow.
Not until I got to the league.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
Man.
But yeah, man, it was tough to
Yeah,
fight back from him at
It's
that level
tough.
because, you know, us smaller guards, we know the game is built for the taller players.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
right,
saying? So
right.
you had to, luckily.
But there was always, you know, they say that a point guard, you can find a point guard anywhere, you know, in playing ball. Big men is hard to find, right?
Right.
So
Yes.
if you blow your knee out, it's like, all right, we got another one we can replace with, you know. So you just got to work harder
Yeah,
after that, much
exactly.
harder to get your spot back, man, and get back to where you were. I know that was tough.
It was, man,
know it
but
was tough.
you know, I was hungry for it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? When you, as y'all know, whatever you dream, and if your dream comes true, sometimes you're not satisfied that it just came true.
Right.
And so just making it, I was thrilled. But when I blew my knee out and I'm like wondering if I'm gonna get another chance, and when Coach Nelson, shout out to Coach Nelson, man, he made me feel good. He was like, little fella, we're gonna try to find out, you know, where we can have the surgery done and get through your rehab, and we're gonna bring you back next year. When he said that, I was like, oh, good, they are gonna give me another chance.
Right.
I just had to get healthy, and once I did, then you know that kind of set the rest of the pro career on.
Made me think of something. VA, 2 up, 2 down. Tim Legler. He never gets his flowers, man.
Yes.
He's Richmond.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, oh, no
Yeah.
doubt. Yeah,
Tim.
Heritage High School, right?
Yeah, 2 up, 2
Yeah.
down. I just had to do that because I saw him the other day. I'm
Shoot,
like,
he can
never
shoot that
gets
thing
his
too.
Virginia.
Mhm.
He shot me out one day. He wouldn't
That's
never
what
give
I
me a
was going
rematch
at.
either. I was sick
Yeah.
about that. Come on, Tim, give me another shot. Nah, I'm good, man. I bet you are. You're going to walk away with that little win. I remember a lot. You know what I'm saying? I remember a lot, man.
Let me ask you this. When did you know that you were ready for the league? Like, so for you not to make the Virginia All-Star game, right? Never go to 5-star, right?
Right.
How did ETSU find you? Or was that your only D1 offer? Did
Yeah,
you?
that was the only one.
Wow.
And
What?
I had my cousin, TT. She went to East Tennessee State, and she became cool with the assistant coach, Alan LaForce. And
Remember him?
he said, she kept telling him, I got a little cousin. He only about 5'5".
Come on.
She said, but I'm telling you, if you want to drive up there to see him, I'm sure you'll like the way he plays. And he was like, I don't want to drive 5.5 hours to see a little 5'5" point guard. But he promised her that he would. So he sends the assistant Dave Hanners, who was Larry Brown's right-hand man.
Okay.
He comes up to a game where I end up having like 35. And then he goes back and tells Coach LaForce, and now Coach LaForce is like, Dave's a young assistant. I don't know if I'm going to trust him. Let me go see him. He happens to come the night where I break the record of the all-time leading scorer in our Battlefield. And actually that game, I broke it in like the second quarter. And my team just rushed the court. You know, they lifted me up, carrying me around the gym. And I'm like, you know, we in a game right now. What are we doing? No technical fouls. You know, there's like a wave, the student section, they passed me to my mom and dad. Then they passed me back out to the court, and then we resumed the game. So that was like a crazy moment. But he saw that game. And then, you know, that was the game that made him realize that I can play on that level.
Wow.
And then once I got to East Tennessee State, I ran across like Sherman Douglas.
Yeah.
That's
who
when he
was like on a, you know, he was being highly touted as a first rounder. Ended up playing against Chris Corciani, Kenny Anderson,
Monroe. What's
Mookie
up,
Blaylock.
Ronnie?
See, I played against these guys that were already almost marked in. And I was like, if I just play well against these guys, maybe they'll take notice. And then I led the nation in assists, and I
You
shot
were doing
59% from the three.
Doing work.
That kind of like really put me on a good radar.
Did you start from day one?
Yep.
Wow.
It was a
That's
battle.
crazy.
It was a
Yeah.
battle, yeah. At East
Yeah.
Tennessee, at East 10.
It is.
Yep. That was a battle.
To get down there, all because of your family member.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It took a
God
family
did.
member.
Yep.
God
But you
did.
like, come on,
That's
man.
it.
The
Did
talent
you have a
had.
plan B? Or like say ETSU,
Nah,
were
I
you
didn't.
thinking?
Like you know, my parents, you know, in our household we had 4, so they're raising a lot of kids, trying to make sure everybody's good. So as far as giving me the advice of what I need to do, apply to colleges or do things to go visit, I didn't know anything about that. My older brother, he played high school basketball, but he went to Norfolk State to try to walk on. But I didn't, you know, I understood it a little bit from him, but nah, I didn't
Wow.
know what to do until
Yeah, that's
East
crazy.
Tennessee State came in, and my coach Thornett was like, East Tennessee State, they want you. They want to give you a full scholarship. I was like, what?
That's crazy.
It is.
I
That's what we
take
talk
that.
about. We talk about this all the time.
Hey, speaking from into the Valley Boys, Coach Leatherman and Bridgewater, that was my first call. Coach Leatherman, until we went to region, when we played y'all, is when Coach Leatherman said, I leveled up. And I did my recruit trip down there because I liked him a lot. And they had a nice squad down there. But he was the only one that called me. And then after States, when I came out the locker room, Wake Forest was out there. I ain't on your level, but Wake Forest was because Muggsy was there, and I looked up to him. I thought that could have been kind of real that they even talked to me.
Cool,
And
brother.
Slippery Rock, and my coach to Slippery Rock, my assistant coach, played at Wake Forest. So it's a crazy timing of God. Wake Forest talking to my future coach, who made me, was a Wake Forest all-time point guard. But the things I want to tell the youngins, you never know. Look at these stories, man, because everybody has their own, and everybody has their own path. And you never know what guys' eyes are in the building.
That's right.
Don't stay humble.
That's right.
So with you, you chose not to go to Bridgewater, or you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because when Slippery Rock came, I met my roommate on my recruit trip, and he was dunking and doing things like Reggie Lewis.
Shout out to my
He
run.
was just that dude, and it's up in Pittsburgh, and it was snowing in April, so I didn't really go up there. It was April, man. But man, my roommate, he's my brother to this minute. He's like everybody knows who's with me. He's the baddest dude, and he's all-time leading scorer in our conference, our school. Got drafted 34th in '91.
Oh wow.
Myron Brown.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You got some records up there too, right? Assist leader.
Yeah.
And
And steals.
And steals. All time.
All time.
Wow.
And it's
Yeah.
But,
any
it's crazy.
in your cross seas, did you?
I played in the World Basketball League.
I remember that, WL.
So look, So I watched. This is after I see, like you say, respect coach. You already know, but I ain't fuck with my coach, man.
Tell him again.
We're from the WBO from high school.
Slippery Rock. I love it now, but back then, but I'm watching TV. I love you, coach. You know we had a real rap already. But I'm watching the channel, Youngstown channel, because it was connected to Slippery Rock, and I see my coach on TV with the Pride. They had won the back-to-back championships in the World Basketball League. My coach is teaching our made basket break, which my Wake Forest assistant coach taught made. It wasn't my coach that was on TV. It was our assistant. And what it was is a made basket break. If you scored, we're running. So it wasn't no sulking because you didn't play good D's. Get the bucket and get buckets on that.
Yeah, we out. Yeah.
And coach was showing it on TV. I'm like, damn. I called my Uncle Knock, and my Uncle Knock talked me into going back to talk to coach because I ain't want to talk to them. Fuck him, man. And, then I went up and asked coach, and he told me to bring my sneaks. I went up there, and Mark Wade, UNLV, that's my big brother, man. So to make a long story short, Willie Glass walks in the gym.
Georgia.
Gary Massey, Carlton Valentine that played at Michigan State, and DeMatha, but just dudes that I was familiar with. But I was just a rook, and Fred Cofield was another one, man. Salute, Fred. But I stole the ball from Mark in the workout, which I'm always going for steals. I'm glad I got it because, if it's this, you get this.
Yeah.
You on the bench. But I make a long story short, I walked into camp like the second or third day, and there was 4 contracts laid out there. And Coach Patton said, "Welcome to the Youngstown Pride." And I signed like, got $150 a game. Did 4 games, and then I learned the game for real. See ya.
Right.
The taxi squad, which I guess is nothing. Just show it up, be the W dude.
Practice player.
Yeah, with no bread.
Wow.
And no place to stay.
Yeah.
Right.
That's excellent.
So let me ask this question: the way we all came up, looked like we made it by chance. What do you think this era needs now in order to be able to succeed going forward? Like some things maybe you all didn't have or you all missed. What do you think kids need today behind them to help them get to their next level?
I mean, me personally, it's hard to say what they need because they got everything at their disposal now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it would be easy to say, go back to the throwback ways and see what you can learn from us because we didn't have all the access technology, watching game, watching players, maybe watching a move and try to pick it up like they can now. So it's hard to say what we could do different, but I'm all about the community, like you said, man. It's what I've learned. Just be ready to pass it down to the next one. Maybe they'll catch it and maybe it'll stir something in them to make their dreams come true. So, as for me as an individual, I'm just more open to if people want to ask, "Oh, what did you do?" or "How can I get better?" I'm gonna share that information with you. I'm not gonna just keep it to myself. So I think that's one of the things.
Right.
Guys that's done it, whether it be on the high school level, the college level, the pro level, don't be afraid to share that with these young people.
So reach
You know what I'm
back.
saying? It's like I take the basketball brotherhood seriously. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why we're sitting here now. That basketball has touched
Exactly.
our hands and led us different places, but
Exactly.
it's all back here right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Wow.
to me, that's the beauty of the game. So I want
speaking
other brothers to
They
feel
got
that
ballers
same
and-
sisters
yeah.
to feel that same type of basketball bond that it can be.
Yeah.
You know, it
Stay
can create relationships that'll last forever.
Ever, man.
Yeah,
exactly
Ever.
right.
I got legends sitting beside me. And I say to all the youngins, stay humble. But also, for me, I was the worst foul shooting point guard in the history of basketball. Work on your foul shots.
Yeah.
Work on your defense. Work on your boards, the little things. And I would say, which I never touched, but get in the weight room. Strength is an angle that you need to have. And
We didn't have that growing up.
nah, we didn't.
We weren't in the weight. We probably had weight rooms, but the coach never emphasized.
I ain't going
I
there.
need y'all in
Going
there.
I
to
saw
the
my
park.
older brother lifting. Those little sand weights. You remember the weight that
Yeah,
Get it done, you curl, hit it.
Yeah.
Now we were getting it at
That's
Oak
what I
Hill,
did.
but that's the first time I
Oak
ever saw it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the first time I
Yeah,
ever
see,
saw
the
it.
first time I ever got on the stage.
Yeah.
East Tennessee was the first
See?
time. I was
Look.
intimidated.
Wow.
Looking at
Right.
135 on that
Right.
floor like,
Yeah.
we supposed to
Right.
lift that?
Right.
Yeah.
That's the football players, man. Y'all go, hey, Daryl used to live for West Virginia. I'm going to the park where I holler.
Exactly.
It's a wrap.
But it helps.
But it does.
Yeah, it
now
helps,
I'm telling any
yeah.
youngin', man, it's a you don't want to be roughed off, man. You want to be
Yeah.
able to do
Most definitely. Most definitely.
And I guess to piggyback for the youngsters off of C. Russell, I don't want to sound like the old man, get off my lawn, but everything doesn't have to, you got to put in work before you put this thing on social media, man. You know, a lot of you guys out here, you make a highlight move and it's all over, and you walking in with your head this big. It's so much more work to this game, man, because you guys now are more talented, I think, with natural ability, but the thing with everybody on this panel, I'm sure that they worked.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that you guys don't,
Right.
but
it.
you don't have to show everybody you in the gym. You don't have to show just
Get better when nobody's looking.
yeah.
Exactly.
Get better. Keep your head down. Stay out the way. Period.
Let the barbershops and streets corners
there it
speak on
is.
you.
That's it.
There it is.
They'll
That's
tell you.
it.
Trust
Yeah.
me.
If you the goods,
Yeah, it's in
you
the
know,
barbershop.
You're gonna be good, but you just gotta
It's on
stay
the
out the
block.
way, man, because there's too many vultures out there.
Too
And
many.
wolves, man, they're gonna
Too
be
many.
at you.
Yeah.
You gotta stay out the way in this climate.
Real rap.
Yeah.
And I
Sure.
speak on one of us only 5,200 now that ever made it to the NBA. Here's 4 and there's 1.
That's
Yes.
right. That's right.
You feel me? Ballers. If you walk in the gym and check it out, these dudes, you just heard the
Yeah.
stories, man. It's a game. But
Problems.
1 of 5,000, man. So understand, it's levels, man, and it's angles
Levels,
that you got to
yeah.
take advantage of when you get to that situation. And it still might not work right for you.
Right.
But just understand it's a fight. It ain't nothing you can just make videos of and look like get a million views and think you're going to the leg. 'Cause you're not.
No. Please have a plan B.
Yeah.
Plan
Please. And C. And D.
That's facts.
For real.
You ain't never lied with that one. You never lied with that one. Hey, so let me ask y'all this. So, okay, we all love the game. I mean, at our ages now, what do you still love about it? Is there anything that you feel differently about the game now than you did when we was able to get out of those cars without stretching and lace them up and get out there?
Oh my God.
Anything different now that?
Man, you know, for me, man, I've had such a love-hate relationship with basketball because seriously, man, I don't want to speak for T or any of y'all, but I know when I couldn't play anymore, that's when I really started to love it and miss it and say, damn, like, did I do everything that I could have done to develop, or was I one of the guys that I was just talking to You know, yeah, you
They
scored
won
20
it
last
the
night, and
other,
then, but you know, so Todd and I talk about that aspect of it a lot. Even with Todd, when he's at JMU, I'm at JMU with him, tossing them back.
Right,
you know, that ain't good for him. He got to go to practice the next day.
Yeah.
You know, but so my relationship with basketball, man, has been luck because, you know, I kicked myself, and then it took 10 years after my playing days were over to even get back right, because all you doing is thinking back.
What if?
The what if and I used to be this and I used to be that. And if you don't have a plan B, for me, it's hard to live with that disappointment, man. That's why I say the love hate. But now, man, I'm able to watch it, able to coach my son, able to dismiss myself from it, and just be, hey, look, do your thing, I'll coach, you know, and not have this rage inside of me, and not try to live through him. Look, you either want to do it, you don't. I'm gonna be here.
A lot of parents do that. Now.
Right.
They do live
So,
through their youngin'.
This cat right here, man, growing up, man, you know, he thugging, he doing
All that.
he doing his city thing, and he trying to hang, he trying to live two lives. And now this guy married, he got kids, and he a coach. And I watched him coach his first game. Little kid now, he on the sideline. I know he trying to keep the what it should look like out of what it really is. He got kids over with their legs crossed on the bench, watching the game, waiting to go in. And I'm like, how he gonna handle this? I mean, kids are like, oh, I'd rather have ice cream. And he up there walking the sidelines with his whistle, and he like, you know, D. Smith. And them cats win that first game, man, and them kids went off, and they were running around so happy. I think that changed him when he saw the win and saw that everybody loved doing it. But it changed him, man, because to see him come from where he was to where he's humble now, and he want to kill some of these kids. You can tell, you know, he want to put something in them.
And you know what bothers me is, as a parent, when coaches act like they know the game and they're doing shit that they know damn well is some bullshit if they really know the game.
Right.
Or do you know the game, coaches? Because you over there saying things out the way that ain't really real. And as a dad, I used to sit over there and trip on coaches. But that's just that, man.
Right.
Love everybody, man. You know me.
TD, what you got for the youngsters?
Oh man, look. Man, y'all got me twisted right now, man. Look, all I know, I preach on this all the time. It takes a community, man, to get these kids to the next level. I don't care if they're playing ball or going to college or becoming a truck driver. You have to get behind these kids in whatever the dream they have, and you have to stay behind them. And if you don't know nothing about the field they want to go in, you got to study and learn. I'm talking to the parents. You got to study and learn about the field they're trying to go in so you can fully support them. That's all I ask. Moms and dads, if you're separated, you still got to come together for a common good. Coaches, if you're coaching these kids, you still got to be in the court, find out the best situation for them, the best college for them, whatever that is. You might even have to tell them, you can't do this in college. You might need to think about something else. But they need that feedback. Mentors, people on the outside looking in. They have got to be around these kids and help them get another point of view of what life is like, because these mentors have been through it. There's a lot of factors. You know, even the church, I believe, has to be behind these kids, praying for these kids, pushing them through prayer, spiritual demons and stuff that's coming out. You have got to push these kids and get them in the right frame of mind, because if you don't and you leave them to their own devices, you will come out with what we got down here in Shenandoah Valley right now. You got litter boxes in the bathrooms, and kids are identifying themselves as cats. That's what's happening down here. Everybody's stunned right now. That's what's happening in the valley. So get behind these kids, man, please, and don't let them try to decide the world on themselves, because they're going to fail you. And then once they get older, they're going to run the country, and we're going to be off worse than we were.
And parents, I do say, don't blame the coaches for not getting communication from colleges. I do think coaches should communicate, don't get me wrong. But don't blame them. Do it yourself, because you can't depend on coaches. They got 50 kids. They got different communications.
Exactly.
So that's my thing to the parents, because I hear it all the time. Why ain't this coach doing this? Why ain't this coach doing that? They don't.
Right.
But then the AAU, there's different angles. There's chess game in this too. So understand as you complain about the situation.
Because I know coaches high school coaches don't feel like it's their responsibility
Right.
to get this kid to the next level.
Right.
Like
And-
I
and the
coach you in
parents
high
feel like the
school,
coaches should.
that's it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's it. My
Yeah.
obligation is filled.
Yeah.
Even though they should do more,
Mm-hmm.
because we all know a certain people that didn't get a look at all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That the coach didn't push, maybe for
You were dangerously close to being that. Like that's
Yeah.
crazy to me.
Man, I tell you.
I mean, no local schools, nobody.
Well, I would have went to Emory and Henry.
Wow.
They tried to kill it up there, but I wanted to go play somewhere.
Right.
It
right.
didn't have to
That's
be
the levels,
D1.
that's what I'm
The
saying,
fact
yeah.
that it was D1, this gave me more of an opportunity. But
That's crazy.
You
I'm
got
a
players
witness
that
that
just wanna
D2
play.
can make it to
Yeah.
the league with Myron, but don't
That's
sleep
right.
on that D3
Oh man.
too.
Oh yeah, Devin George. Remember
George,
Devin
yeah.
George? He was D3.
What
Man,
about-
look, if you the goods,
You
a lot
know,
of people
it's
slip
gonna
through the
rise.
cracks,
Yeah.
and then you get there, and that normally makes you tougher. That chip
Yeah.
on your
Yeah,
shoulder.
makes
You
you
know what I
tougher.
mean? So,
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
JUCO route did it too. You
JUCO.
already know
man,
playing
Ju-
down in
man,
Texas.
JUCO is
That's
Them cats
underrated
hungry,
league.
man.
That was
That's
the
an underrated
Yes,
league.
it was.
that was the
Underrated.
penitentiary.
Yeah,
Listen,
yes,
the Texas JUCO circuit is the penitentiary. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you.
And I'm
You man,
telling
you
you,
went man. Look, I got to Texas, man, and I'm dudes from Chicago, bloods
Wow.
from LA, but they ballers though.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
They're wearing his rag out in the layup line.
Wow.
Like, oh my God.
Wow.
But they are straight hoopers though. Like so Texas, man, you know that area out there, Dallas, Skyline with Larry Johnson, Larry Johnson and Mookie was at Odessa together.
Larry
Yep,
Johnson.
yep.
Yeah, they were at Odessa together.
Yeah.
My man was at Kilgore, man. These jokers, I
Man.
mean, carrying pieces in the bus, and I'm like, man, yo,
Wow,
it
the
was,
real life.
Yeah.
it was real. Like,
Yeah.
it was some real cats out there that was really getting busy. That didn't. I mean, they was hoopers, but they was really just getting away from their environment. But
That's it.
Hey,
man,
Dunny,
yeah,
what up, Michigan?
Yeah, that was good.
He went JUCO at Michigan.
oh yeah.
Delta Community College.
Where's that? Ben Harbor,
Saginaw.
Saginaw.
Oh my! Hey, hold on, man, hold on. I'm gonna throw a name. I'm talking to the stairs, by the way. I'm gonna throw a name: Daryl Reed, Terry Reed. They played at Saginaw in '87,
High school,
88.
though.
High school. '87, they graduated.
He's 89.
Yeah.
He went to
Okay.
coach- yeah, he
Tony Warren, Battle Creek.
I heard Battle Creek.
Okay, he was '87. Mott Junior College.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, they
Yeah,
had a
I played
squad.
against the- yeah, I played against them.
Yeah, they had a squad.
Draymond from Saginaw.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. Yep.
Darvingham, all of
So
them.
I'm saying
Oh,
JUCO.
Yeah, D-Ham from Saginaw.
JUCO's the path.
So
JUCO's
they
the
about
path.
30
for
minutes
you.
apart.
Yeah. Zach Diggs, he's been my youngin from Royal has been All-State twice. He's not getting any looks. It bothers me.
Yeah.
They went to the final. They got beat by the Final Four this year.
Oh, well.
No, Hopewell.
Oh yeah, down Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
The thing, this the thing about JUCO. You better be up here because they're not going to babysit you.
Oh no.
JUCO does
Yeah,
not baby you.
yeah.
They're
They go
not.
hard.
Look, man, because it's just
They go
too many guys there that's wanting to play.
Understood.
It's
Understood.
13, 15, 16 dudes.
Wow.
He only suiting up 10 maybe. You know what I mean? So if you get there and your grades falling, and they will not babysit you in JUCO. It is survival of the fittest in JUCO.
It
dude.
is.
It really is.
And we riding them little buses.
Yep.
Every game is out of state for us.
Right,
Wasn't
right.
no more in Indiana.
Yeah.
Yep. So I got one last question I want to ask, but real quick, I want to just mention when the game passed Todd by. When the game got by me, I worked so hard at the YMCA every day, and I went hard every day. And when I got to college and came out, I still played ball for a lot of years, but after about 4 or 5 years, I'm in the gymnasium in Stanton, and on a Sunday, 1 o'clock is packed. Kevin Madden, you got Pee Wee, you got cats in there, man, they're just legends, and we're just going at it every Sunday. And this particular Sunday, we're on the court. We balling, I'm holding my own still, I'm about 25, somewhere through there, and in walks Corey Alexander, UVA, Waynesboro High School.
That's what I meant.
Where'd he go? Denver. He played at Denver.
Oh,
in the
well,
pros.
San Antonio
San
got
Antonio,
first
yeah.
round.
Yeah.
That's
Then,
right.
Then he goes to Denver, then
He
Orlando.
walks in the gymnasium, and
All-time leading
I
scorer,
never
was he?
never
All-time
saw
leading
him
scorer?
play.
You
But
never
I
saw Corey play.
Never saw him play. 'Cause I was always gone
Okay.
in college, and he was
Gotcha.
doing his thing at Oak Hill. And so first time I ever got to see him play and play against him was this day. And when he came and walked in that gym, I knew that day the game had passed me by. I had never seen anybody do what he did with
Corey.
the ball, his handles, his quickness. and he had a pure jump shot.
Yes.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
all of it. And he
Yeah.
was about, what, 6'4"? I mean, big cat. I mean, you know.
Court
So I'm
straight.
thinking, man, Ty, you might just fold it up, man. This is it. You ain't got no time to get
Right.
better anymore. It's time to just live life. But that's when I knew the game passed me by.
Right.
It did. So my last question is, or statement, what are you guys doing now? We talked about high school, college, kicking it, DC leagues, World League teams. What are you guys doing right now? We'll start with my man, Mr.
Well, right now, I'm just back at home in Culpeper, hoping to get the high school job of where I played at Culpeper County High School.
Which high school? That's at Culpeper?
Yep.
Okay, you going home.
Yeah, I'm hoping it work out well. Things are moving in that direction. You know, the game still excites me. You know what I'm saying? I knew it passed me by probably when I retired in 03, because when you play it at that high level, it's just like whether it's overseas or in the league, it's just a great level of competition. And so I think playing in that type of level for so long, I feel like I'm always going to be competitive and want to play. Matter of fact, I played a little 2-on-2 with my man and a couple of friends yesterday. Just the camaraderie of being out there on the game, even, you know, playing the game, even though I don't play it as serious. And I think that's the part that all of us players that were so-called great, you're not great anymore. So don't go out there acting like you still can do what you did.
Right.
And that's the adjustment that, because I still feel like at 54, I can give out this work, you know?
Yeah.
But I also realize I don't want to wake up tomorrow morning hurt, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, so yeah, just right now, just hoping to continue my coaching career. And,
Okay.
you know,
are you married? Kids?
Nope, have a girlfriend. Yep,
Okay.
doing well right now.
Kids?
Shout out to Amy. Yep, we doing good. 2 kids, they
There we
grown.
go.
My son Keith Jr. and my daughter Casey. Yep, and actually shout out to my mom and dad. Their 60th anniversary is coming up
Oh,
next
wow.
month, man.
That's right.
Wow.
60
Good
years,
gosh.
man. Gotta love that.
Long time.
Yeah, but yeah, that's my story right there. Just
Yeah, man.
still trying to teach this game and enjoy it as much as I can.
D, you want-
Me?
Go ahead, bro. Do your thing.
Right down the line.
I work for Metro, Washington Metropolitan Transit Authority, station manager. Still involved with the kids game. We got our thing. Carl Melton, shout out Carl. I mean, you doing big things with Valley Boys.
Take one imaging.
Take
right
one
there.
imaging. Todd and us, we make up
Big C.
Valley Boys. That's a real passion of mine. Was able to get back in to giving back through that. 4 kids, the 2 youngest ones, I guess they could call it playing basketball, what they do.
Is that what it is?
I guess so. My lovely wife, Dale, shout out. She definitely the straw to make the drink. So, and that's where I'm at, man.
Yeah, me personally, when my MS started hit me, it hit me with reality. It hit me at the very end. So when I was doing 360s or whatever the dumpster.
You were doing them too. God.
It
Must
slowed
see
up.
entertainment.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Had some good times, but it all came to reality, and then it became MS. My legs quit on me and everything, but inside of that, I found ways to say, I'm fighting on, and I got friends like this, strength like this, Wizards games.
Yeah.
Saw you there, like
yeah.
seeing you at the Wizards game, that
Yeah.
love that comes at the Wizards games, from the blessings of being a DMV, playing in the hood leagues and everything, the people you see, the strength you give. I love you, Mom. I love you, my brother. I love my daughters, Carlise and Alyssa, my fiance, Tisa, my family. I love y'all, but it's blessings that give me strength, and it's something I take pride in, man. My birthday cookout, July 15th, Bird Park. It's a family affair right here in Manassas, man.
Yeah,
Please.
Always on.
I'm there.
Yeah, man.
Always
on.
Please, man. It's
Always
legends.
on.
Rodney Rice just told me he's coming today. Richmond.
Ronnie
University.
Rice, where
Richmond, yeah, all bad. He just hit me today. Derek D. Sims just hit me.
Yeah.
Derek Sims from UVA.
Oh man.
I'm
I
there.
talked to him yesterday, man.
I'm
So it's
there.
I ain't trying to name toss, but the blessings like that that's in my life, man. The guys right here, is Calvin, Sean, man, it's love, man. And I just want everybody to know, once it all hit, it became reality, and I found ways to get love from strength given by love.
That's right.
And
You
thank
been dealing
y'all.
with it for how long?
10 years now.
That's when.
And I'm gonna give it public real quick. My birthday cookout, it used to be in my backyard. My dad said I had too many to be black people, but they it was too much coming in here. They had to respect the hood.
Too much going on.
I seen it evolve. I've seen it.
So they told me to go to the park. I'm at the park now, but it's but I mean, it's like I said, I passed out here, which led me to realize to the test and everything I had to do to get the answers. So those out there, I'm really serious about my birthday cookout because reality came in my backyard, which the love of my birthday cookout is something I roll with every day. And I thank everybody. 6 Degrees of C, man, it's a blessing of love and situation. Valley legends, you know what I'm saying? So all love to everyone, Todd, and I'll let you drop it out, man. Blessings to everyone. Thank you, man. Big C in the back doing what you do.
Yep.
I'm currently at Hollister, been there 5 years. We make medical supplies, love it. We'll ride this thing out into retirement. Working with my man D with Valley Boys. He's the creator of Valley Boys, and through COVID, we kind of talked about, you know, what can we do, and we chopped it up a little bit. And he's like, look, I got an idea, and now you're on Valley Boys watching this podcast with 6 Degrees of C, and my man D and I got that going, and then in the backdrop, I got a nonprofit called Nickels and Dimes, and we tend to the needs of the community. People that might not have homes and sleeping on benches, and people that might need food or clothing. We have a prison release ministry. When they come out, we give them scholarships, and they're able to get a certain amount of things and help them get back on their feet. We got a bicycle ministry where anybody who doesn't have a car needs to get back and forth to work. We get bicycles donated. I got my man Troy Washington. Shout out to you, Troy. He fixes them up, gets them road ready, and we get them to the people that need them. So we're just out there trying to meet the needs of the people. And I got a daughter who's 26, Tay. What's up, Tay? She has a daughter. I'm a granddaddy, 10-month-old daughter, Sarai. And thank you, bruh. And we having a birthday party in August at my house. And blessing for my man, allowing me to have a place to stay, hooking me up. And now in turn, I'm able to give an area for my daughter to have a big old birthday bash in the backyard. And we don't care how many black people come. So just bring them. Shout out to E, Ellie, love you, girl. And we'll be seeing you shortly. But Valley Boys, 6 Degrees of C, my man D, my man Mr. I tell you, man, love you, brothers, man.
Love you too, man.
It's so good to see y'all, brothers.
Give me a win, man.
Yeah, hey, look, we can go to the court right now if you want. We get you one.
Might spot me some points, man. You gotta spot me. Shout out to my man Dope. They at least beat our league. You know what I'm saying? Shout out. He always say his teams are better than mine because we couldn't do it.
They Culpepper, both Culpepper?
No, Warrington, fuck yeah. Jarrell Betterman.
Rappahannock. Okay, got you.
Okay. All right.
It's the blessings.
Hey, we glad y'all joined us, man. And we just sitting here just doing some barbershop talk. And hey, 6 Degrees of C podcast. Share this, like it, subscribe. Valley Boys, share, like, subscribe. Nickels and Dimes, share, like, subscribe. Follow us, man. We just trying to do some big things and some bigger things. And we need your support. We love everybody, and we'll see you soon.
Dude, so pretty.
Yes, sir, man.
3, 2, 1.